Chip play that time for Cleveland. First and goal. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start by running the option to the right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out. Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is uh-oh. He took advantage.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And just shutting him off there. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Our score after one. Second and 12. Mayfield to throw it. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they construct.
Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Watches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Ravens have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's had it working pretty well here in this first half up until that last drive when he put it on the turf, Charles.
So I don't think they want to overreact to that fumble because now you've got a guy that's played so well. You don't want to take him and limit his effectiveness by worrying about it too much. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if we saw him next week at meetings. He'd have the football with him at all times.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a throw here to his running back. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to work. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Mayfield on first down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line. And now here's Throws a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Browns! Kareem Hunt, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on. Oh!
Still going. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Jackson on first down, sliding out of the pocket. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Jackson will throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 55 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 31, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Now, their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word because if you're the quarterback, if you're the guy throwing it, buoyed would be the word, wouldn't it? Because right now, I think his confidence level is so high, I just throw it out there. They will go get it, and we're seeing some fantastic catches and some great plays as a result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball games of the running game.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They go play action now. Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. Stiff-armed him. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Hunt. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, two-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And
he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dumped out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll begin by running the option. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. On second down, a run with Dobbins. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Second down at 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This pass complete to Higgins. Not much there, only a yard. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
He's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Ravens have got it.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Being chased out left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Mayfield. Finding Hunt.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can.
Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here's Baker.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll start with the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He's going deep for Brown.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his pass is caught.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 13. 27 seconds to go.
Connects with Peoples-Jones. And he would get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Mayfield. Pass complete to Higgins.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Now Mayfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to let it fly.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.